Good evening, teacher.
Good, take your seats. So today is our seminar 8, and it is dedicated to semantic changes which are used in the English language. So you had your lecture yesterday, and you have listened to the information which your lecture teacher shared with you. In today's presentation, we will discuss how the words are changed semantically. Yes, what is semantic change, first of all? How do you understand this word combination, semantic change? So what is semantic? So what is the meaning of the word semantic?
Semantic is the meaning of the word.
Semantics, yes, meaning of the word. Changes in use, so it means
Over
how?
time.
Yes,
Over
over the time. How the meaning of the words change due to different factors, due to different influences on the word, how the meaning of the word changed through the time, through different situations, maybe. Yes, so we will discuss how one or another word has changed from English language, from Old English language period to modern English. For example, the word phoned in Old English, it had the meaning foolish, yes, but in nowadays we use it as yes, we say I'm fond of music, I'm fond of pop music, I'm fond of Uzbek music, yes. The word glad in old times, in Old English, the meaning of that was bright and shining, and now yes, very good. And the word husband, we discussed it several times on our previous seminars as well. So the meaning of that word in ancient times was nowadays yes, a man to whom a woman is married. Okay, so the next, why do words develop new meanings? So we will discuss the following question. Will you please read these questions?
What certain things cause and stimulate their development?
So, how do you understand this question? What circumstances cause and stimulate their development? What influences to the development of the meaning? Yes, what factors? What kind of situations stimulate the change of the meaning of this or that word? The next.
How do words develop new meanings?
How this process happens. So we will discuss this one.
And what is the nature of the learning process of development of new meanings?
Yes, correct. So we will discuss about questions about the nature, how this process happens to a group of words which had changed their meaning through the time. So the first question is, why did the word change its meaning? So there are two factors which influence the words change. Yes, the first one. Yes, another name for extra-linguistic is historical. So, who would like to discuss linguistic factors which cause the change of the words? Yes, these are two causes which we call linguistic causes, which are linguistic factors which influence the words. So the first one is
Ellipsis, a change of meaning when the meaning of a word combination is given to only one word of this combination.
yes.
Natural, there are two factors you said, natural and historical influences. That's why if we saw something like this mouse, for example, mouse, it looks like animal, and we use it in computer device because of this it looks like that, like it is tail, and that's why we use it like device.
Yes.
And discrimination of synonyms, conflict of synonyms when a perfect synonym of a native word is borrowed from other language. When we borrow some words from the language, it can be also changed. It cause maybe nature or historical change.
Yes. Thank you. So on the next slide, we will see the examples of the ellipses and their discriminations of synonyms. So look at each example. Please, you also have this presentation on your phone. Those who have problems with watching the screen, maybe you will do. Is this one better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Visible for everyone, I hope. Okay. So look at the examples. Choose one example and describe how do you understand these examples. So 1 minute for studying the examples. Choose one, for example, to starve or maybe daily, or the synonyms, discrimination of synonyms. The word hide or dear, and so open this example. It's given briefly, shortly. You have some abbreviation there. That's why you can open this abbreviation and say this means in full form. For example, if you have chosen the verb to starve in OE, what is the meaning?
Old English and modern English.
Just open this example and describe it. If you would like to try it.
Yes, of course. For example, to serve word in Old English, stir pan.
Yes.
Stir pan, its meaning is to die, and stirring of hunger. In modern English, start today from hunger. Today from hunger.
Yes.
And the next one, daily. Daily used in Old English, happening every day, and daily lesson maybe. And at the moment, also modern English, daily, for example, a daily newspaper.
Mhm. Yes, correct. So the meaning changed. Yes, the time in Old English, the word daily meant something that happened day by day.
Over
Yes.
the time and
But nowadays, when we say a daily, we mean a newspaper. Yes. Nowadays, the word a daily means newspaper. You don't need to say the word newspaper. If you in a communication say, I need to buy a daily, so another speaker will understand that you need to buy a newspaper, today's newspaper. So examples of discrimination, so synonyms. Would like to discuss these two examples. Word tide. What is the meaning of the word tide?
Okay, the word of the time in Old English, it has three meanings: time, season, and hour. It is borrowed from the French language. And in today's life, a tide means a regular rise or fall of the moon.
That influences to the sea level. You know, when the moon is full, the sea comes closer to the beach. When the moon is not full, then and this is called tide. In Uzbek language, the meaning of the word tide is full. So this is the rise of the water and falling of the water. Another example, deer, which is given in many sources. So the meaning of this word in Old English was broad, yes, was wide. So deer, we named all animals. All animals in Old English, any kind of animals were called deer. But nowadays, it is one certain species of an animal that lives in the forest. Okay, so the next we will see extra linguistic causes. Would like to read these bullet points? Yes.
Various changes in the life of the speech community, changes in economic and social structures, changes in culture, knowledge, technology, arts, changes of ideas, scientific concepts, way of life.
Yes.
This example in, for example, in Latin, penna, feather of a word. A building in which corn is ground into flour, primary meaning, and textile factory, secondary meaning.
Yes. So let's discuss these causes. The first cause is various changes in the life of the speech community. So you are now students community, yes, and you are using your own language, and in your language, other words that you have heard maybe somewhere outside nowadays are used in your community, and only you understand the meaning. For example, if you speak about syllabus in the bus somewhere, other people will not understand you because they don't know these words. Yes, and that is why a different kind of changes in your life and in your speech community can influence to your language. So the next changes in economic and social structures. This one is clear. Yes, how the words are changed in these spheres. Changes in culture, knowledge, technology, arts. The different words that we use nowadays, like net, when we speak about internet, right? But previously the word net had another meaning, and so on. Changes of ideas, scientific concepts, and way of life. As I said before, you are students now, and your way of life has changed. That's why the words that you used previously with one meaning, nowadays you use them with another meaning. So the examples which are given here are two examples. The first is pen. Why do you think? So in Latin language, this word penna, the meaning of that was feather of a bird. Why feather of the bird and pen are connected? How?
Ink, silk.
Yes, because in old times
Old times.
people didn't have pen. They used
Ink.
they dip it into the ink and then they had opportunity to write something. Good. What about mill? Mill is the place, is the building in which corn ground is ground into the floor. So the meaning of that word is old already because we don't have this kind of buildings because nowadays the flour is made in a different kind of um, plants, maybe factories, yes, but not in the mill. What is the meaning of the word mill in Old English? So these were the constructions in the villages with this way, and when the wind blew, the people made flour from from the grains of wheat. Yes. Mhm. Yes. Exactly. But nowadays, when we say mill, we mean textile factory. So these are very different spheres. Yes. Okay. What is the nature of semantic change? I would like to discuss this slide. How do new meanings develop? How do new meanings appear? So everything is given on the slide. So a condition for any semantic change, this is association between the old meaning and the new one. Yes, and this is how the meanings develop. So we have old meaning of the word penna, and nowadays pen is the new one, but the idea is the same. And we have the old version of that and the new version of that. Uh, how does that happen? Similarity of meanings. This is appearance of new meanings as a result of associating of two objects, maybe phenomena, maybe qualities, and due to their resemblance. And the second process is called contiguity of the meanings. This is association of two references, one of which makes part of the other and is closely connected with it. So let's look at the examples. So what kind of similarities of meanings we have? So the first is called linguistic metaphor. You know what is metaphor? When we are comparing one thing to another, giving the features of another. For example, if I say, she is a beautiful rose, how will you understand the sentence? Yes, she's very beautiful girl. Yes, I may simply say she is beautiful. It will be just simple sentence. But when I say she is beautiful, it means that I compare her beauty to the beauty of the rose, and it gives a kind of expressiveness. Yes, it makes her beauty unique as a flower. So, and that is metaphor, examples of metaphor. So we may have similarity of shape, we may have similarity of position, similarity of function, and similarity of color. And the examples are given here. Actually, they are used in our everyday language. We say that when we speak about cabbage, we don't say one piece of cabbage or 1 kilo, because this one is called a head, yes, of cabbage. So we give association of human head with the cabbage. Association, similarity of position. This is, for example, a foot of mountain. So we know that mountains do not have foot, but the down part of the mountain is called foot. Yes, similarity of color. Orange, hazel, chestnut. Actually, chestnut is a nut. But when we speak about brown shades, and we need to say about the color, we use these words like chestnut, orange color, or pomegranate color, and so on. Yes. What is contiguity of the meaning? So let's skip this one because it contains many information. We will not discuss the examples, but we will speak about the metonymy. So what is metonymy? How do you understand metonymy? So metaphor, when we compare features of one object to another object. Yes, when we give features. This is metaphor. When we compare two things which are of different fields. Metonymy. How do you understand the metonymy?
It's used with things. Things to talk about something else. For example, a White House. Because we know about it. It's the U.S. government place, but
It's not white, but
Yes.
you use it White House because of the it is a government of USA and president stays here and make some.
Yes, well, for example, a sentence says the White House declared a new law.
Yeah.
It means not the building of White
White
House,
House.
but the people who are in White House. Yes, we are talking about the workers who are in White House. Or, for example, when they came, they brought Alisher Navoy with them. It doesn't mean that they brought a person. It means that they brought a book of Alisher Navoy poems. Yes,
Very
so this is
yes. For example.
yes, it can be anything. When we speak about one object, referring to its part. Yes. For example, if I say I have cut my hand, actually I have cut here, but I say I've cut my hand. I don't say I've cut my finger. Mostly, usually, we say I've cut my hand. Kulurna? Yes. We use it in general. So the next, the results of semantic change. So here we will stop and discuss it in details. I hope that you discuss these processes. Can you name me the processes of semantic change, of the general semantic?
Therefore, semantic change.
Mhm.
Narrowing.
Yes.
Narrowing. Broadening.
Generalization.
And filtration.
Yes, and also specialization and yes, and generalization. So narrowing, we have here the restriction of meaning. Yes, the meaning is given in. So why it's called narrowing? Because the process comes from big meaning to narrow.
Like girl, in Old English say girl, all of the people, young adults or old ones, but now it is a female and it borrowed.
Yes.
It's a little meaning of the people.
Yes.
Not all of them, only just female.
Yes, only female of young age. Yes, we call girls. But in Old English, the meaning of the girl was more wide, so was wider. So here we have examples. Hound. So in Old English, the meaning of this was a dog of any breed. Actually, sorry, there is a mistake. Not breed, but of any breed. And in modern English, the hound is a dog which is used only in chasing, for chasing other animals, like for hunting.
Yes.
So we call them hound. Another word, another process of semantic change is called widening, or in other sources it may be broadening. Yes, they are synonymical. That's why it's not a mistake. You may name them. Both of these words can be used. Yes. So what happens in this case?
When more